So, mental illness is a crippling chemical disorder in the brain that can completely disable your entire life if you don't know how to control it, if you don't know how to be active and social around other people while having this disorder. And some mental illnesses, they stay with you your entire life, and sometimes they get worse. Sometimes they stay the same. Sometimes you have a mental illness as a kid and you can just kind of grow out of it. Well, this year we got another Joker-esque kind of film in the form of Words on Bathroom Walls. Joker, I loved as a film because it dealt with realistic insanity and mental illness. Words on Bathroom Walls, it took the premise of Joker, not so much the anti-hero and all of that, but it took the mental illness and the disorder and the chemical imbalance and everything, and they put it in actual real life situations, into a life living of a teen boy in a family who has a mother, and she has a husband who ends up being his stepdad because his father drove off one day because his mental illness and fatherhood just was killing his vibe. And honestly, Words on Bathroom Walls is hands down the greatest tale that they have ever written for a film pertaining to mental illness. Mental illness, especially the subject being schizophrenia, is extremely crippling in somebody's life. And it's not even just their life, it's the lives of people around them. Schizophrenia, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, all of these, anxiety, even anxiety can be crippling in life. And it astounds me that in 2020 people still think that people with mental illness are just overreacting. It's truly astounding how sociopathic some people are towards others that are struggling just worse than themselves. But anyway, Words on Bathroom Walls is basically a tale telling of being inside somebody's head who has schizophrenia. And schizophrenia is basically hearing voices. This is one of the symptoms, but in terms of Words on Bathroom Walls, it's hearing voices, and how they portrayed it was phenomenal. They didn't just have him hearing voices and it showed him just being like, huh, huh, huh. It literally brought actual vivid characters from inside of his mind living and breathing completely. It's astounding how well they portrayed schizophrenia in Words on Bathroom Walls. And not even just how he struggled with it. They wrote in how the people around him struggled with it. His mom was the over-caring type who tried her best to be there every step of the way after he was diagnosed. And his stepdad was there for him, but he never dealt with this kind of trauma in life, so he didn't fully understand it, and he didn't exactly know how to help personally. But if you watch the film, even from the beginning when you meet his stepdad, you can tell that he was trying his best to be there. You could just always tell that he didn't necessarily know how to deal with it. There is a love interest story part in this movie, and I'll be honest, I think love story arcs are very cliche, generic, and stupid, but this is one of the very few films where it actually pays off well, because they formed the love story inside of the schizophrenia, and it kind of feels like a love triangle with the kid that is suffering from schizophrenia and falling in love with somebody and trying to hide his illness, but also it being visible, clear as day, and trying to struggle between her not knowing as well as the voices and the people that he sees and what he's dealing with. And it does kind of feel like a love triangle, and I think that they made everything about this film as perfect as they could make it. The writing is exceptionally well written. The dialogue is exceptional. There are even plot twists where, honestly, I could tell and predict some of them before they happened. But you know what? How they executed and directed all of it was just masterful. It all gets a pass from me. Words on Bathroom Walls is the epitome of a masterpiece of a film telling of mental illness. Mental illness is crippling. It's depressive. It's a sad reality of what people struggle with. And Words on Bathroom Walls is an even better explanatory definition than Joker when it pertains to what is mental illness. Go see Words on Bathroom Walls, even if you just want to get more educated on mental illness. If you don't have a mental illness of your own, which honestly, everybody does. Everybody has some form of severity of a mental illness. You know, you can have anxiety, but it's basically non-existent, but that doesn't mean you don't have it. There could be a day where you'll wake up and you'll get bad news from a phone call, and randomly you'll say, for example, just experience shortness of breath thereon after that. Or being bipolar, it's the exact same. You could wake up one day and somebody made your pancakes wrong and you could just flip the hell out. I'm sorry, but to break it to you guys as honestly as I can, everybody has mental illness. It's just how severe is it? And in the form of Words on Bathroom Walls, schizophrenia, it's very ugly, but it can be controlled. Everything can be controlled. It just takes accepting it, and it takes time. It takes patience. You have to understand it. You have to be able to go along with it. You have to be able to say to yourself and say to everybody, I can do this. I can control this. This is not me. This disorder is not me. I am me. And Words on Bathroom Walls, literally everything I just said explains everything. And I think they wrote everything perfectly. They directed it perfectly. Everything was masterful. Words on Bathroom Walls to me is a 10 out of 10. Honestly, I didn't really see anything wrong with this film. This is pretty much an indie film, and yet again, an indie film that mesmerized me. I was astounded at Words on Bathroom Walls. It was even better written than something in the likes of Hereditary. Words on Bathroom Walls is shocking. It's funny. It's terrifying. It's disgusting. But it's also heartbreaking and also happy. And honestly, it's everything up above and then so much more, which is just like mental illness. So go see this film. Words on Bathroom Walls to me is a 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. Thank you.